What's up, I'm Jacquees and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first video seen from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss any videos that I post. This video is all about when, why and how we do a budget. I've noticed that a lot of people don't create a budget, or they tell themselves that they take a mental note of what their spending are and that has probably been working for them. But by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to create a budget and why this is the most important tool to saving, getting out of debt and building wealth. A lot of people have a false understanding of what a budget is, the same way they have a false understanding of what a diet is. They think that to be on a diet means you need to eat 2 pieces of grass or conform to the cult of veganism. But what a diet really is you planning what you eat in the right proportions. And in the same way, this is what a budget is. You set aside a healthy amount of money to each category in your budget, and this includes your spending. John Maxwell says that a budget is telling your money where to go as opposed to wondering where it went. If you aren't to the point where you're completely fed up of your financial state right now, you are going to fail at budgeting. People in that position say things like, I'm not that bad, I don't spend that much, my income is too low, it takes too much time. If you're one of those persons, this video is not going to help you. Personally, I've been broke and I want to try something else differently, so I stopped being broke. But if I don't like the results I'm getting, I can just go back to being broke. So hopefully everyone moving forward in this video have the right mindset. If you're one of those persons, hit the like button and let's get into it. So there are 2 types of budgets. There's a zero-based budget and an irregular-based budget. If you're using a zero-based budget, you list your income at the top and then assign that money to each category in your budget until you get to $0. An irregular-based income are for those who don't know what the income will be for the next month, typically business owners or people who make money from tips or commission. If you're using an irregular based budget, you list your expenses and then when some money comes in during that month, you pay that money to high priority things on your budget and make your way down. Or if you're not living month to month, you could use last month's income on this month's expenses. The apps that I recommend, you've heard me talk about this in my previous video, are EveryDollar and Mint. Or if you don't have any apps, you could use an Excel sheet or pencil and paper. The reason why apps are important is because in the moment you can make adjustments to your budget or determine how much money you have left in a category before you make a purchase. If you don't have any apps, I would advise that you write down how much money you spend on your phone, because at the end of the day or the end of the week, you won't remember it. Let's look at what a mock budget might look like. First, you want to list your income at the top. If you're married, you want to list your combined income because you want to make a household budget and not just as an individual. This would mean that you set a date with your spouse of when you want to create your budget for the upcoming month. Just a tip, if you are married, you really want to stick to that budget, because not sticking to that budget can almost feel like you're being cheated on. You don't want to go against the plan that you've already agreed upon and the goals that you've set for your family. If something comes up that you need to buy, you want to communicate that before you make that purchase. And I'm no marriage coach, but this level of communication and solving your money problems can almost increase the success in your marriage, since money is one of the main reasons why people get divorced. Sex is another reason why people get divorced, but I can't help you in that department. If you do want professional help, check out Communication Consultants Tobago Limited on Facebook or shoot them an email. You could get individual or marriage counseling, and you can get it online, so it does not matter what part of the world you are. Check out the description below for more information. Now back to the budget. After you listed your income at the top, the first category on your budget should be given. And this is almost counterintuitive because you're thinking to yourself, I could barely make rent, I could barely buy food, I don't have money to save, why should I give it away? I strongly believe that if you are fortunate enough to get money, you should give a portion of that to someone who might not be that fortunate. And when you give money, it almost seems to attract more money. Trust me on that one. And by leading by example, I want to give $100 to someone who needs it. Just DM me on Instagram. The next category on your budget should be essential expenses. These are the things that you need to survive or have a basic quality of life. The good thing about this category is that most of the expenses are fixed, so you know exactly how much is going to be allotted to this category before the month starts. Except food category. This is one of the hardest categories to budget for, especially if it's your first time budgeting, because we always spend more money on food than we actually realize. So you might need to assign an amount to this category and then make some adjustments mid-month. This is also a category that you could really cut down on by limiting buying food from only groceries and not eating out. The third category you want to list on your budget is your debt payment. Remember from my last video, we talked about using your debt snowball to get out of debt as soon as possible. You want to make at least a minimum payments on your loans so that you don't lose your house or lose your car. If you don't have any debt, skip forward to the next section, which is savings. A good rule to live by, you want to save at least 20% of your monthly income. If you do have debt, you want to save in this category until you get 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses and then direct that money to getting out of debt. The next category in your budget is personal or lifestyle expenses. This is a category that highlights your wants, the things you could do without but it just makes you happy. Notice where on the budget this category lies. This is after you're giving your expenses, your debt payments, you have savings and you have some money just in case, then you can satisfy your wants. The money in this category will vary depending on your location, your age, whether you have children or not. But if you're trying to get out of debt, the money assigned to this category should be little or none at all. And then when you're out of debt, you can increase the money in this category to how much you want. The next category in your budget is miscellaneous. And this is a very important category because there are things that are going to come up during the month that you did not account for, and you don't want to have to not pay your loans so that you could pay some random expense. The final category in this budget is investments. And this is almost like an advanced category because you should not have money in this category if you're not making essential payments, you don't have money for your loans, or you don't know how to save. This category has the potential to make you money, but it also has the potential to make you lose money. So you want to be in a financially stable position to take that risk. Here are some tips. If you get an additional income that you did not account for or you did not expect, like a bonus, a tax return, back pay, or a gift, treat that money as if you never received it. Put that towards your debt, towards your savings or investment. Do not spend that money. Also, if you're the owner of a small business, do not combine your personal budget with your business budget because then you don't know if your business is making a profit or loss or breaking even. Get obsessed with your budget. Personally, I look at my budget every single day because I want to know how much money I have left to spend in each category, and I want to write down every single expense that I make during that month. So when the next month comes, I can look back at last month's budget and determine what things I could cut out of that budget so that I could save more money. I hope that this video has helped at least one person. If you're making your budget for the first time, message me and let me know what the process has been. I'll feel good that this video is helping you on your financial journey, and I'll know that I have not wasted my time making this video. To show that I have not wasted my time, go ahead and like, comment and subscribe. It's the least you could do so I feel encouraged to make good content. Check out the description below for some really good information. Until next time.